Okay, we're doing a new chocolate chip recipe. So we're using 10 tablespoons of butter. We have light brown sugar, 1 egg with honey and vanilla. And the flour, it's all-purpose flour. There's dry milk powder in here, and then powder, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So you take the brown sugar and oops, sorry about that. And you mix it with the butter. And the butter should be soft. It should be anywhere from 68 to 72 degrees. And mine is at 70 degrees. So you could see it's fairly soft. And not all recipes call for it this soft. Some of them wanted about somewhere about 62 to 68. And believe it or not, it does make a difference in your cookies. So we cream this for 2 to 3 minutes till it comes together. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes. I'm going to stop, this is about 2 minutes. I'm going to stop at 2 minutes because it's really creamed together because the butter was that soft. So it's got a few more seconds to go. And you could see how creamed it got and how soft. I always clean my beaters every time I do something. So you can see in the bowl how it's mixed. So scrape everything off the sides, make sure that the bottom is clean. And to this mixture, we add the honey, the egg, and the vanilla. You could do it separately. I like to put it all in one bowl and mix it together and dump it in. And get that incorporated. Okay, that looks good. And again, I clean my beaters. I do have a utensil that does this, but I haven't used it. I should practice with it. It'd probably be a lot easier. And to this mixture, again, I always take it off the stand and mix it together. To scrape the sides, get everything in there. And to this we add the dry ingredients. I do have a funnel I usually use, but you wouldn't be able to see what's going on in the bowl with it. So I'll add a little at a time so it doesn't puff up all over. And And you do this on low. The funnel is much easier to use. Clean this off and then I'll add the last bit of flour. And you just mix it until no dry flour remains. Let's take a look. I think it looks pretty good. Again, scrape the bowl. Make sure there's no flour on the bottom. With these KitchenAid bowls, because they go down, a lot of the stuff gets stuck over here on the bottom. Okay, so now it says to fold in the chips. I have a hard time folding stuff. So I'm going to try, and I've never tried this before. I'm going to use the dough hook and see how that blends them in. Let's see if it works. And here's the chips. I don't know if this was a good idea or not. Not bad. I think they seem a little better combined than using the paddle. The dough gets very stiff. That's why it's hard, well, for me to incorporate the chocolate chips by folding them. No, I think it did a pretty good job. I'm sure I have more chips in some spaces than others, but it'll work out. So the next thing we'll do is we get our cookie scoops, and I'm going to use a number 50 cookie scoop. And then once we get them all scooped out, I put them in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow morning we'll do the baking. We'll scoop this till we fill up the tray or till we run out of dough. And some of them I'll go over that have a lot of chips in them and maybe roll them a little better together. And I used the Aldi dark chocolate chips. They're not bad. They have a pretty good taste. Okay, we will finish this and pop them in the refrigerator till tomorrow. Okay, they're all rolled out. I got 26 cookies out of this. Like I said, I used a number 50 scoop. So we'll pop them in the refrigerator. I'll put some saran wrap on them, and we'll bake them out tomorrow morning before it gets too hot here. So you'll see the finished product tomorrow.